Hello, hi. My name is Claire. I hope you're treating yourselves well, and of course others. This is a twin flame reading. Yeah! I am excited to get down and dirty, I'm hearing. So let's get into it. You are going through a period recently where either you are feeling punished by your actions or someone else's. You're either seeing people around you receive judgment for actions, something they've done, or it seemingly is appearing that karma is at the hand of some people. There's kind of no mercy in the air. I guess this could be a reading for whenever you're getting this, but there's kind of this notion where there's periods of like chaos in the air, and I think it's where like judgment is like technically like sweeping the land. Like say it's just like this foul swoop that goes upon everyone. So whatever you've been mixing and mingling in, whatever you've been doing for better or for worse, people are receiving judgment. So I think that this is a time of like high intensity, maybe high anxiety, maybe people are kind of like going through it in their own lives in certain ways, so they're kind of acting out. So I think in general life is seeming a little chaotic, or just like you might be having days where you're like, what is going on with people? Like, or like, why is there the sequence of events that just seems like too unreal to be happening in a row? Or like it just seems like there might be off days or times, periods where you're not getting good feedback, or just like people are kind of giving you weird mixed messages, or like weird feedback, even if they're like strangers, maybe like cashiers or something. Or there's like situations where you are just not getting what you expected out of situations. Maybe you're seeing people prevail that aren't so good in your opinion, or something like that. I'm hearing you could have like bad memories or bad thoughts about certain situations, or like things that you just kind of hold in like a negative light. The Six of Cups is nostalgia or good thoughts, good memories, but it was in reverse. So I'm thinking it kind of has like an era of with the Five of Cups, that maybe you've been sulking, or maybe you've just dealt with really combative individuals as of lately. Maybe it's hard for you to see the light in situations because you kind of had to go through one thing after the next, or you're constantly giving out your cup to everyone, and maybe everyone around you still has kind of like a gross attitude. Maybe that doesn't get you down, maybe it does, but you're just kind of noticing maybe people acting outside of their character, and or maybe you're seeing people for their true selves in some way or another. Perhaps doesn't have to be such a negative thing, but it could just be like you're starting to see things that you didn't before in some way or another. I think maybe you're realizing how serious the need for change is, either within yourself or your life with someone. Maybe you're feeling like there's no growth in the direction that you guys are going. I think that the Three of Wands in reverse, there could be like this person comes in and out. Like I think that either you guys are like very passionate, or you were at one point in the bedroom, and maybe it's like been depleted with a lack of communication, or maybe this person's not around as much. Maybe you haven't allowed them to be around as much, and you're just kind of missing their touch, their caress. There's something about this person that is hard to let go of, because you do see so much worth building. The Three of Wands is you have so many ideas around how good the situation could be. Like, it feels so natural and so right. Like, when you look at these aspects of this person, even the things that you don't like, you're like, I could resurrect that. Like, I could I'm hearing like erect, so maybe you could you feel like you could build around this person easily. Like, every aspect of their life, maybe their social circle, you could get in and feel you could thrive. Like, maybe you've had lovers in the past where you've been in situations where people kind of hide you. Maybe people feel like you'll win people over too easily. Like, it seems like you might be like a secret in lots of situations, or people keep you hidden, or people don't give you legs at like opportunities because they don't want you to succeed in some way farther than them. Like, it's kind of like a holding back. People hold back from you or hold you back from others because they're scared of your charisma, your charming, like, in every sense of the word. So I think you might have had a lot of secrets with this person. Maybe you like have gone out in public and acted like you guys don't know each other in situations. Maybe you've done that with a lot of people and you're tired of that. Maybe you are kind of like, I want to, or maybe you're starting to feel that way. Maybe it's either a situation where you have found that you always do this thing where you kind of have lovers that if you were in like public situations, you might go home with them or something, but you never claim them. Or it's just a sense of like instability. Like, it's never been grasped. It's always, there's like so much emotion, there's so much secrecy, there's denial. There's a lot of denial in this situation is what I'm feeling with the moon. I feel like there's a denial of emotions. I think you guys have rejected each other's communication styles in some way. You might have really hurt each other with the way that you communicate, or you bring up traumas. Like, you bring up something that feels like structurally, like you could ruin the structural integrity. Like, the foundation of this person, they feel like you could either be the start of something brand new, and that's like so intimidating that they run away, because at the same time they feel like you could crumble it all. Like, maybe they want to tell you everything about them, and that's scary. They don't want to be open with you like that. They want to like hold back from you in some way or another. Or maybe they have told you, maybe people have betrayed you with information that you've given them in private, and I'm sorry if that's the case. I think the world kind of has your back in a lot of situations. I think that truth and honesty prevail in a lot of ways. I think that you hold a sense of truth. Like, I think you give too much to this person, honestly. It's the Hierophant. I think that you are a sense of truth to this person. Maybe they have been shady, or tend to find shady people in their life, and you have been a beacon of light in some way or another. Maybe maybe not in every way of their life have they had to deal with difficulty, but I think you really are like a structural soundness. Like, there's a certain integrity to you that, like, you see these pillars. I think that like, maybe I'm getting like you both could be very like stern and steadfast in your ways, very stubborn, headstrong. I just looked at and saw 11:11, so maybe you guys are like the same in a lot of ways. I think that you can like butt heads a lot. It might be kind of cute, maybe not to you guys at the time, but I think that there's like a bickeringness because you guys are both like stuck in your lane or your ways or something like that. Like, you're almost like these two pillars like staring at each other. Like, maybe you guys are like in denial or something, but at the root of it, there's like this oneness, there's this wholesome there's a psychic communication that has no bearings. Like, I think that you guys basically live in each other's brains, like, truly. There's this sense of, like, pure communication. I think that even if you were trying to fool the person, it's just, there's no hope for such a thing. I think that there's a lightheartedness. I think that your childhood selves knew each other, like your feeling for each other was in the wind. Like, you might not have even known what your connection was before you felt it. You know, like, it's one of those things that you're juvenile. Maybe you guys have known each other through, like, being different people. Like, maybe you guys have really evolved with or without each other. But I think that there's a sense of, like, growing with each other. There's a real, like, sense of fierceness. I think that because there's, like, I keep on looking at they're like a bird of prey, there's a lion, and then there's a bull. I think you guys are very tried and true to yourselves, and you see that in the other person, and maybe that's kind of like a game to you guys. Maybe there's like a heave, like a runner and a chaser aspect, like a give and a take. I think that you guys are always kind of reaching out for each other, but at the same time, there's really poor communication skills, or you guys have not figured out your way to healthy communication. I think that it's in the works, though. I think it's in the works, though. I think that you are healing your root. I think you're healing something that was deep down inside of you that was kind of mangled or mashed, something that was shrouding you in anger or illusion. I think you're being disillusioned, but in like maybe a playful way. Maybe life has really been picking on you and you're just kind of like, whatever, I'll take it as it comes sort of situation. The Knight of Wands is someone who is fast acting, maybe doesn't think things through, but this card is still attractive in many ways. So I think that you're quick on your feet, and maybe there is fast action in the future, or when you guys figure each other, like when you guys figure out your communication style, I think it will pick up very quickly. I think there's a sense of like when you can define how you guys want to love each other, how you guys communicate, when you love yourselves to the point where you won't get offended by someone, like knowing you deep down and truly, and being able to give you feedback that you do and don't want to hear, someone that you can like trust and want to trust. I think when you really figure out the communication with this person, there will be fast motion. I think that it doesn't have to be beautiful at the start all the time. Usually these things are kind of little tricky at times, but just as long as there's an eagerness, and I think that there needs to be a lot of showing. There needs to be a lot of actual showing, as much as like it's always kind of been a show between you two, I think, but I think that when you add the communication and the show, it could really just be a sight to behold. I think that it can really just be something to feel, to experience. I think that you guys will kind of lose sight of what's going on around you. Perhaps maybe you guys like it could be nauseating kind of love. I think that very attractive, I think, in whatever way. I think people, when they see you guys, are probably thinking about like, I wonder what they look like dressed up together? What do they look like in the grocery store? What do they look like making love? People probably stare at you guys a little bit. I think I'll do one last card. Oh my gosh. I have this thing. I've been sitting on, I sit on the ground and I do it crossing my legs, so my ankles are just pulverized. I have this bruise on the right side of my ankle, and the way my brain is wired, body horror is the bane of my existence. In medical situations, 92% of the time, I'm passing out. No matter the severity of it, whether it's getting, just talking about stuff or actually having any sort of procedures, God forbid, I'm out. I'm down. I'm on the floor. I'm green, pale in the face, sweating, non-communicative. But with that, I have this bruise on my ankle, and so my body also, for some reason, having a human body is just a really is a horror. Body horror, having a body is horror to me. and sometimes can touch things, and if I don't like the texture of them, I for real the feeling vibrates through my arm to the point where I want to cut off the body part that touched the thing that I don't like. If I touch wet food or a texture I don't like, I want to cut off my fingers. And this bruise on my ankle, it's been kind of achy and stuff, and I touched it on the ground and I wanted to lop off my foot. Okay, I'm done. I don't know what I was telling you that for. Maybe you really enjoy venting to your partner. Maybe you miss that. Maybe that was something that you guys really had in common. You have a sense of humor towards the world, or the way that you communicate was different than, maybe it wasn't even profound in any way, but there's just something that you're how can I not get over this person? How come this one person is important to me? Maybe you're just now finding out what twin flames are. Maybe this is began your journey or something. Good luck. You've got probably dark night of the souls and some more stuff to go through. I think that you're starting to realize what you want in life. With the Three of Cups in reverse, I think you're really starting to see where your faculties lie, what you want to be around, who you want to be around. Maybe through this person you've seen the truth of your reality in certain ways, maybe with the people that you hold around you, or the company you keep in some way, or the type of person you've shown yourself to be or conducted yourself as. There's something about this person that makes you strive for better with or without them, even if they're paying attention or if they're not, maybe through thick and thin, or despite them, in spite of them, whatever's happened. I think that you are aiming to attain a higher self of you. I think that you are really on this path of I'm going to get the things that I desire. I hope this person is in that path. I really want them. I really, really want them. But I think you're kind of understanding that with the Eight of Cups, the step away is just as important for growth and determination. I think you're really starting to see your worth in situations, and seeing how passionate love can be with someone. I think that you see how passionate things could be with this person if they would get their shit together. And it's gonna be okay. It really will. I think that's all I really have to say about the situation, but you gotta know I love you.